So, good evening, everyone. Hope you are able to see me.
Good evening, sir.
Voice.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening. So, like this session is myself, Jordan. So, I'm doing my PhD in genetics at IRA, and I also given civil services interview. So today, mainly it is intended for the students who are preparing for like JRF, SRF, and even those who are for agriculture optional. They can add some of the points which we will be discussing today. See, like the major things which we have taken up may not be in a very systematic manner, but all the important points which I feel necessary from the budget and the economic survey. Maybe in your JRF exams, we can expect maybe 5 to 10 questions, maybe some data and the current events which are going on, which are majorly covered from the economic survey and the budget. So I request you to take down the notes because this is going to be a little bit like the facts are going to be discussed. It would be better if you could take down the notes, take the pen and the paper. And also every one of you, please mute yourself. So here we go. So in agriculture, so this is related to budget. There is a new like the scheme or the methodology wherein the chemical free natural farming has been started, wherein they are planning to make an 5-kilometer wide corridor along the river Ganga, which will be provided, and also they are providing starting a new syllabus in UG courses, PG courses in agriculture for natural farming. This is the first point. The next is like also along the Ganga river. They are planning the natural farmings across 5 states, that is Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. So you know about the zero budget natural farming also by Subhash Palekar, and also the major initiatives, the major things about ZPNF is based on the 4 pillars, that is Jivamrita, Bijamrita, Achadana, and Vapasa. I think you know about these things, so I'm not like discussing it in detail. So you just need to know the terms if they ask what are the components. Jivamrita and Bijamrita, wherein we use seeds, and the Achadana means the mulching, and the Vapasa means maintaining the moisture level. So another important thing which is there, like in 2023, it has been declared as the International Year of Millets, and also 2022 is the International Year of artisanal fisheries and aquaculture. And another important thing about this year's budget is that Kisan drones, a project has been started, wherein the drones are to be provided in two different places and across India. So that is the thing. And also the digitalization of the land records is also being taken up by the Digital India Land Record Modernization Program. Another important thing which you can remember is the Manrega scheme. In the union budget 22-23, they have allotted 73,000 crores. The other thing is the highest in agriculture right now. The highest budget is provided. The highest budget is provided to Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi PM Kisan scheme. That is 68,000 crores. That is the highest. Even the R&D, the research and development to the ICAR is not more than 10,000 crores, less than 10,000 crores, 8 to 9,000 crores. But for the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, wherein they provide 6,000 rupees to the farmers yearly in 3 installments, 2,000 rupees into 3. So that is about PM Kisan. And also regarding the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, they are providing up to 15,500 crores. And Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, they are providing up to 2,000 crores. These are the most important ones which are. And the next is market intervention scheme, and the price support scheme has also been provided. I want you everyone to note about this Anupam Verma committee, which is very important committee for pesticides. So the pesticide management, wherein they have banned many pesticides. So that is based on Anupam Verma committee. So the next which we'll be discussing is the finance startups for agriculture and rural enterprise, which is taken up by NABARD. And also there is a plan to have five like river linkage projects also. This is the most important, let me tell you. If you don't remember anything, just remember this. The agriculture has grown at 3.6% in 2020-21 and projected to grow at 3.9% in 2021-22. This is the most important fact which you should know. Also, there is a general rise in the Kharif and Rabi sown area, and food grain production has Kharif food grain production has crossed 150 million tons. And also the export, this is also very important thing which is going on, that is the export of agriculture and allied products has gone to one of the greatest height, that is it has gone up to 23% increase up to 31 billion. Usually it used to be hovering around 20 billion, but this year it has gone up to 31 billion, mostly because of the even the rice, basmati, and also the livestock products. And also another thing is the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, which has been started, which provides up to nearly, I think it's a huge amount, wherein post-harvest management infrastructure is being provided. And the next is here you can see how the growth has been hovering like 4.3, 3.6, 3.8. Please remember this fact. This is the most important fact. And this is the most important fact. JRF, they may not ask many details, but these questions they are going to ask. Like in 1920, the contribution of agriculture to GDP was 18.4%. It has risen to 20.2%. This was the first time in the past 10 years that it has crossed 10%. Rarely it crosses 10%. It rarely crosses 20%. So this was in 2021 during the pandemic when other sectors went down. The agriculture sector has remained constant and is increased to 20%. And this year it is expected to be 18.8%. This is most important fact for JRF exams. And also non-food bank credit growth has also increased up to 9.3%. These are like lesser important facts. So here you can see pictorially, we will be providing you this document also, but still you need to write down because only important things, if you know, that would suffice. And this is most important data. The fourth advance estimate of 2021, the food grain production has been expected to be around 308 million tons, which is 11 million tons more than the last year's one. The production of rice, wheat, and coarse cereals has increased to this many percent, 2 to 4%. These data, I think you can see it later also. So, and India is the largest consumer and second largest producer of sugar in the world. So this fact you can mug up. And also like 15 lakh crore of credit, more than that has been provided. And another is like Agriculture Market Infrastructure Fund has been started by NABARD. Which organization is working on that? That may be a question. So Agriculture Market Infrastructure Fund is started by NABARD, wherein they are making around 22,000 Gramin agriculture markets. That is called grams. That was implemented in the last year budget. And also like when you study about animal husbandry and dairy, the growth is at 8.15%. So like the agriculture crops have lower growth and the livestock sector is having higher growth. So these facts you need to know, because these are the basic facts which in agriculture they can ask anywhere in any competitive exams. Also, if you are like in agriculture optional, you are writing, then you can use it as a value addition. When you are writing about diversification, you can write about this point and it will give you much credit. The next is the contribution of livestock to the agriculture sector. What is the contribution? How much it has increased? It has moved from 24% to 29%. And the next important is India is ranked the first in the milk production, contributing 23% of the global milk production, and around 209 million tons of milk is produced in India. And also here you can see India ranks third in the egg production and eighth in the meat production. And when you look at the fisheries sector in India, so India is the second largest fish producing country with about 7.56% of global production. And it contributes 1.2%, 1.24% of the country's gross value added and 7% of the agricultural GVA. And one of the outstanding thing about the fishery sector this year is that it has crossed the double-digit mark, because the agriculture crops usually hover around 2 to 3%, and the livestock sector goes at 7 to 8%. And this was like the year wherein fisheries has moved up to 10%. Next is Kisan credit card. So this is another thing which everyone should know, that earlier it used to be only for the agricultural crops, Kisan credit card. Now they are even providing it for the fisheries farmers also. And next, regarding Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. So here it is regarding the fisheries sector and the improvement in the fisheries sector. And next, when we study about the agriculture research and education system and mechanization, you find that around 70% of and 70% of the mechanization of seedbed preparation is done, and around 38% mechanization in case of sowing and weeding. So these facts are less important comparatively. And ICAR in 2021 has developed around 731 new varieties, out of which 98 are horticultural varieties. And around 35 biofortified varieties have been also developed. So this was the last year's one. So here we know about these varieties. So please read about them and remember them, like the rice Sardar 315, and iron and zinc rich varieties, and also this QPM varieties of LQMH2, etc. These are very important varieties, and also 00 varieties, and also Girnar variety of groundnut, and also finger millet varieties, which are all biofortified varieties which are gaining importance. And also regarding the crop residue management, we have important schemes like promotion of agriculture mechanization for in situ management of crops residue in the state of Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. When you look at the role of R&D in agriculture, this is also in fact which you need to remember, is that as per the study, if you invest in R&D, you are going to get 11 times more than what you invested. Like if you invest 1 rupee, you are going to gain 11 rupees when you invest in R&D, research and development. But if you are investing it in just providing fertilizer subsidy, power subsidy, it is going to be on the negative side. Here you can see the fertilizer subsidy is just 0.88. So we need to move towards R&D sectors. Around 11.8% is the growth in case of food processing industries. So other important things is like regarding the this scheme, the PM formalization of micro food processing enterprise. This is a scheme wherein 137 unique products in 710 districts are being promoted. Schemes are very important because they can definitely ask 1 or 2 schemes in the JRF portion. Like when we used to write, also they asked around some 5 to 10 questions every year. So here we see the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana. So I think you know about the Fisheries Sampada Yojana, which is related to the post-harvest related and also the mega food parks. All come under the PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. You need not know the details, just know that which it is related to. And also this is also important. This in the before 1 or 2 years it was implemented. Top scheme, that is tomato, onion, and potato. But now they have made it into total, that is wherein they are providing this post-harvest management and the support and the price stabilization measures for most of the horticulture crops. That is Operation Green. So please remember this, top to total and the Operation Green scheme is related to horticulture crops, which are perishable crops. So they are providing it. And here you can see, here it is having a linkage with the Kisan Rail scheme. This is also an scheme which was implemented in the last year budget, wherein they are providing facilities for movement, like the mangoes which were transported from Kolar to Delhi. That is Kisan Rail scheme. So these are also important. And here you can see the top to total. Now they have included 41 vegetables and fruits, perishables one, wherein they are providing different measures like the value chain development project and the price stabilization mechanism, etc. And the next is the latest ones are like the One Nation, One Ration card, which you need to know, and Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. So during the COVID times, which scheme was playing the providing the food grains, the extra amount of food grains, that was Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. And the next, this is one of the very important scheme, fortification of rice and its distribution through PDS. So this has recently been started in the pilot project, and it has been approved by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, CCE, which is providing for the MSP. So fortification of rice and its distribution under PDS has been approved. And also the PM Poshan scheme, which is regarding the nutrition, which comes under the Integrated Child Development Scheme, that is ICDS. So this is the availability. Here you can see the availability of different items like the milk. You see the 427 gram is the availability of milk in India, and egg 91 eggs, and the meat is 6.52 kg per person. So next is the regarding the food subsidy and the annual growth in food subsidy. Here some of the facts which I have written, so you need to know, like the PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, which I told about the fishery sector. It is investment of about 20,000 crores. And another very important scheme is 10,000 FPOs are to be formed by 2023-24. This is one of the most important schemes of the government. And the next is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Mandhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Mandhan Yojana, wherein 18 to 40 years people can contribute, and after 60 years they will be provided 3,000 rupees per month. This already I discussed. And the next is operational land holding in India is around 146 million hectares. And the average size of operational land holding has decreased from 1.15 to 1.08 million hectares. And these are the facts from the agriculture census, which is very important. Every 5 years it is conducted. That you should know. Agriculture census is conducted every 5 years, and these are the most important facts. The percentage of women land holding has increased from 12% to 13%. This is also a fact which you need to remember. Average and the highest gross cropped area, these facts you just need to cram. There is nothing much to tell. Like the UP is the first, and the second is Rajasthan, and the third is Madhya Pradesh. And when you compare the net irrigated area, the UP comes first and the West Bengal comes second. So these facts, they ask in the JRF and SRF exams also. And the cropping intensity is around 1.37, wherein Punjab is having the highest of 1.97. And this fact is very important. Like the India is the second largest consumer and the #1 importer of vegetable oil. So there is a lot of questions asked in UPSC also regarding the vegetable oil, because we are one of the greatest importers. India largest consumer and second largest producer of sugar. So this we have already done. So when they ask about crop diversification, the scheme is RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. And another thing is micro irrigation fund, which is up to 50,000 crore, 5,000 crore by NABARD. Another important thing, this is sweet revolution, which has started recently, wherein it is about the honeybees, national bee and honeybee mission. So it is regarding honeybees. And this scheme is also important. National natural farming is promoted through Prakritik Krishi Paddhati program. I think you need to note down or just remember these facts. And another thing is like the state wherein they are providing vegetables are provided MSP is Kerala. And regarding the GI tax, that is the geographical indicator tag, please remember UP, wherein it is Kala Namak. It looks completely black, pitch black. And another thing, next fact is like the Pusa Agri Krishi Haat, which is implemented in IRI, wherein they are promoting FPOs and the farmer interaction. Next is Mary Policy, Mary Heart, wherein it is a part of
Last
the.
about the ticket.
I talked about that.
Please mute yourself.
I talked with that person, like my mama's friend, he is in the car ticket counter. So he was like, if I'm making the Tatkal offline ticket from UMS, so in that chart, the TT's chart.
So next is Purple Revolution. Purple Revolution is something new which is related to lavender. Please remember this. This is a new current affairs which is from J&K. Purple Revolution. And these are the four from the GI tag which is received in 2021. Nagri Dubraj Paddy, which is from Chhattisgarh. And next is Sojat Mehendi in Rajasthan. Chinnor rice in Madhya Pradesh. Judima rice wine, which is from Assam. So these four, please remember, because these are the new ones, new GI tags. This is a type of paddy variety in Chhattisgarh. This is in Sojat Mehendi, type of Mehendi, and this is another type of rice, Chinnor rice in Madhya Pradesh. And another important fact regarding climate change is that the COP26, which was held, wherein they have decided, wherein India has decided to become net zero carbon by 2070. Another important thing, which I think, which is a breakthrough in agriculture, which everyone should know, is regarding this. That SDN1 and SDN2 of genome editing is exempted from Environment Protection Act, which is outside the stringent rules of genetically modified crops. Like this is very detailed, like what is SDN1 and SDN2. It is regarding the genome editing, the how you make the genome edited products. But you just remember that the SDN1 and SDN2 of genome editing is exempted from the Environment Protection Act, some of the sections of the Environment Protection Act, and which is outside the stringent rules of the genetically modified crops. And next is NABARD has launched the agroecology program called Jiva. And the next is Kerala is the first state to introduce carbon neutral farming methods. And this is also very important fact from this year economic budget. That is Seaweed Park has been first established in Tamil Nadu. And this is also very important. This is from ICAR. That's why it's important. That is Harit Dara. This is an product which is for an anti-methanogenic feed supplement. As you know, the cattle produce a high amount of methane. So this is one of them, Harit Dara. The next is the Sardar Patel Outstanding Award. Like the which institutes have got. This is also very important because every year they ask like who got the best award. In the recently, Central Institute of Agricultural Engineering has got for the tag of large institutes, and for the small institutes, it is NRCB, that is NRC on banana, which is the best institute. And for the university, the Sardar Patel Award this year is backed by IRI. Let me take a minute. So like just around 2 minutes is remaining. So the link of then another 15 minutes the class will go. So the link will be shared in your WhatsApp group, so you can see through it, or I will try to complete. You can go through your WhatsApp group. So there you will share the link for the next Zoom session. It will be held now only because the time is running out. So so these classes I think all the JRF SRF students are also useful, and also like those who are preparing for agriculture optional, they also can use these facts. As you know, we are launching the course also, so it will be helpful for you also. So the next is the tri-food parks. The tri-food parks is recently, which is designed by the TriFed, and therein the MSP is also provided for the minor food products. And this, as I discussed earlier regarding the seaweed mission. And also recently there is a ban on the wheat export and low production of crop due to severe heat stress. So these are the facts, like the different GI tag products, which you can go through later also, like the Nagpur oranges, Badgi chili, which you need to remember. All these things cannot be discussed, but all these facts, I think you need to remember, and definitely there is high possibility of getting GI tag questions in the exam. So if it gets disconnected right now, you can join by the other link which will be provided in the group. So next is World Food Prize. So this year World Food Prize was